Good afternoon, everybody. That's really loud.
That is seriously how MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred opened his press conference today. Just the tone of this thing through certain parts was unbelievable. I'm going to give you some clips from that press conference and some of my reactions. I think you're going to understand by the end of this video why I'm so upset with the league, with Rob Manfred, about how this has all been handled. So first, let's just go to his opening comments. These are his opportunity to prepare statements and get them out there. So this was the message he wanted to start out with.
And our desire to find the facts, to figure out what really went on, drove a lot of the decisions that we made in the investigative process. And you might look backwards and say, you know, I would have made a different decision. I will tell you this, I think the worst possible outcome for this institution would have been if we'd conducted an investigation and came back and said, you know, we just couldn't figure out what went on. People had a right to know what happened, and we did achieve that goal.
So he positions this all that, you know, the MLB was trying to gather the truth, trying to gather the facts. That's going to be a very important concept that I touch on later. Keep that in mind.
I'm more than prepared to tolerate and listen to the debate and criticism about whether or not the punishments that have been levied in this case are sufficient. The one thing that I do take issue with, the notion that anybody in the Houston organization escaped without punishment. And I think if you look at the faces of the Houston players as they've been out there publicly addressing this issue, they have been hurt by this. They will live with questions about what went on in 2017 and 2018 for the rest of their lives.
Oh no, not questions. The players are going to be questioned for their whole career. Oh my gosh, how terrible. Oh man. And this is how Manfred closes his opening statements. He talks about all sorts of stuff that's going to happen in MLB in 2020 and closes with this.
Our Field of Dreams event in Dyersville has been a huge positive for our game. And just, I want to head this off at the pass. No, I cannot get any of you tickets to Dyersville. They are going to be a very scarce and difficult commodity to come by.
Dude, none of the reporters want tickets to the Field of Dreams games. That's not what anybody's at this press conference for. My gosh.
Kaiser from Yahoo Sports. Had you ever looked into sign-stealing accusations against the Astros prior to this offseason?
Yeah, looked into is a difficult phrase.
Wait, what? Again, the tone. But beyond that, this statement, I think, is what frustrated me the most.
I believed that the most fundamental obligation, I said this before, was to get the facts, put them out there, and let people make their own judgment as to what happened in the 2017 season, the 2017 World Series.
So basically, Manfred is saying that MLB has no obligation here. That's essentially what he's saying. All they need to do is collect the facts, put them out in the public, and hey, wash our hands of it. Let everybody else decide what they want to feel. Are you kidding me? I said this earlier in a video, but why every team should cheat? Every team in baseball should be cheating if this is the way that the league is going to handle this kind of stuff.
You know, this has been really fun, but I'd like to move on to other topics at some point.
My lord, did the same people who prepared the Astros for their press conferences also do the prep on this Manfred one? This is, what a disaster of a comment that is.
Fiers, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, do you feel that the punishments were enough to make sure no player would ever even dare try to do this again based on everything that's happened?
Yeah, I do.
Rob, Ken Rosenthal, The Athletic. Knowing that fact-finding was the priority, and knowing the various obstacles you faced with punishing the players, even beyond that, can you envision a scenario in the future where maybe you would handle this differently if you had players cheating through tech again?
Yeah, I can. If, in fact, you were in a situation where you thought you could get the facts without granting immunity. That certainly would have been my preference here and would be my preference in the future.
So again there, did you catch that? Manfred is stressing again that the entire focus was getting the facts, getting the information. Keep that in mind.
And, you know, I make no bones about it. Without the reporting, and, you know, the availability of Mike Fiers, we probably wouldn't have gotten where we got on this investigation.
Hold up. So it wasn't the immunity. It was the reporting and the information that they got from Mike Fiers that really pushed things over the top. Weird.
Ken Davidoff, New York Post. Rob,
I knew that.
thank you. Just letting the general public know.
Tone. Again, tone.
So you grant the players immunity, the Astros players, as well
Right.
as the Red Sox players. Is that on the condition of honest testimony?
Yeah, we told the players that they were immune provided that they were honest in their answers.
And as you know, there's been so much discussion about Jose Altuve and the alleged buzzer. Did you guys explore that specific allegation and him not removing his shirt when he hit the homer off Chapman?
Yes, we were aware of the file film well before we commenced the investigation, so it was in fact part of the investigation. I think in my own mind, it was hard for me to figure out why they would tell us, given that they were immune, why they would be truthful, admit they did the wrong thing in 17, admit they did the wrong thing in 18, and then lie about what was going on in 19.
Yeah, I mean, why would the Astros, why would they lie? They've been just such an upstanding group of cheaters who lied and would lie again, yes.
Now, can I tell you, I'm 100% sure about that? You're never 100% sure in any of these things, but that was my best judgment.
Okay, so to summarize, we actually have no facts.
Are you going to check out Altuve for a tattoo?
You know, that one hasn't occurred to me yet. That one has not occurred to me yet.
And we have officially reached ridiculousness. He is laughing about the situation, laughing about it, and here's one more time where he stresses that immunity was granted in order for them to collect all the facts, which he's already admitted that we don't have.
I understand when people say, you know, the players should have been punished. I understand why people feel that way, because they did not do the right thing. And my reference to a perfect world was, if I was in a world where I could have found all the facts without granting immunity, I would have done that.
All right, well, there you have it. Rob Manfred is trash. Major League Baseball is completely unaccountable and cannot police the game. That's where we are now. Awesome.